What's up, guys? Jeremy Conn here with you. It is the Lowdown, brought to you by Pickdawgz.com. Yeah, I do sound tired, don't I? I'm getting ready to head off to this kickball tournament here in a bit. And it's just, I have to record this early. But looking for starting pitchers. I think I've got the right projections of who's supposed to start in a couple of these games. I'll denote that when the time comes. But make sure you click the like and subscribe button. That does help us out. And if you click the notification button, it'll let you know every time one of these is posted. I always like to try to recap, and I got to do this briefly today. And as I've said, every time I say that, it ends up being a 20-minute podcast. But as far as things go with how the bets went on Saturday, I went 2-3 in my top 5. I hit my underplays and missed all the overs. Crushed the WNBA again. I had the WNBA total of the month. It's the third time I've hit that. And anytime I see a game like that where I feel like, hey, this is just too good, like it's so paced up or it's paced down, which is the situation with the Lynx, and I'm on the under in that game on Sunday. But yeah, so Saturday wasn't the kindest outside of that WNBA game. The overs, God, I said this before, and I'll bring this up real quick. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and God, what's the other one? Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and St. Louis had some of the best hitting weather Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then sometimes you get to the point where it's like, okay, I feel like I have an edge in this game, I lose it. All right, we're coming back in the next one. Weather's even better today, I lose it. And then you get to that third day and you're like, do I really want to bet this again? Do I really want to get swept in this series when everything's gone under? And then you go, yeah, but do I want to miss out on the one that hits because I missed the other two? And ultimately, I kind of stay true to form. I'm going to go back to some of the spots that I liked. Some of them I'll get away from depending on pitching matchups. Like, I mean, Sunday was a perfect example with Pittsburgh. It's Paul Skeens and Zach Gallen, and it's great hitting weather. I watched that game sky over the total. Just something weird happens. But in the other two spots with St. Louis and Cincinnati, it was another 9.5 and 9 total with questionable pitchers going. And I'm on the over for both of them. I think they're both tremendous spots, as well as the Orioles over was my favorite play on Sunday. I'm so pissed at Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers on Saturday had his prop over 5.5 Ks. He got 5 Ks through 3 innings, pitched 4 more innings and didn't get another strikeout against the worst strikeout team in baseball. I'm not mad at him. I mean, it is what it is. I know you get a lead like that, you just pitch the contact, but man, couldn't get one more. My props kicked me in the teeth yesterday. Ketel Marte was great. Starts off with a single, doesn't get a hit the rest of the way. Fernando Tatis walked a couple times, popped up on the infield, just couldn't get it going. He got a single, not enough in that prop bet. And I went back-to-back with Junior Caminero on Friday and Saturday, and he got me the collar. So lost both of those prop bets. Wasn't my day on Saturday for props. The day before, I mean, I'd been killing in props. I think, I had quite a large unit size that we had built, and then I pissed some of that away yesterday with an 0 for 4. So right back in the market because I think all those were good plays. The weird thing about Sunday and how much I like the Orioles game to go over, 8 of the hitters from that game are in my top 20 hitters in my algorithm, and all of those guys were projected to go over 1.5 bases, which, I mean, it feels – I'm getting ready to go play in a kickball tournament, and it's disgusting out. It's a little bit of rain. It's so sticky out there, and the ball flies out of the ballpark. So let me get to what we have today. Put my old man glasses on. I'll try to let you guys know where I believe this is the starting pitching matchup. If I see something in the morning, I'll change it. As I've always said, my weather algorithm, I can only run it on game day. And once I run it, you get a chance to see where it's telling you to go. And you guys have got a chance to follow. I put out all the best spots, so I just eliminate anything that's kind of a slightly one way or the other. It's got to be an edge. It's got to be something significant for me to post it. And usually I'll let you know these are all good spots. These are the best spots, so I try to do that. And you guys can do with that what you will. There's a good chance I'm going to be on a bunch of those plays, but to find that out, obviously you got to go to the premium side of things. And check those out over there because the guys, a lot of great handicappers with Pickdawgz, so you don't have to just check me out, check them out. Let's get to these games because I got to run through this relatively quickly. Rangers and Angels. This is one where I had to project the starting pitchers. I believe it's going to be Corbin versus Jake Eater. And if you look at the matchup, 75 degrees, winds blowing out at 8 miles an hour. Patrick Corbin has been something else where we're watching guys like Justin Verlander die. Max Scherzer's not the same pitcher, but he's not as bad as the other guys. Walker Buehler, trash. I mean, you can go look at some of these older pitchers, and they got to reinvent themselves. I mean, you got to go all the way back to like Frank Tanana, who was a flamethrower, got hurt, and then all of a sudden now he's up there like Uncle Charlie in the in Major League, putting a little Vaseline, behind his ears, a little Vagisil there, a little jalapeno under the nose to get a little break on the curveball. But Tanana pitched a long period of time with probably topping out with an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Some of these guys got to learn how to do that, and they just can't. They hit too many bats. They want to strike everyone out, and it's not the same. Patrick Corbin, who was a big-time K guy, got his ass lit up with the Nats. Seems like he's kind of figured out. I'm not telling you he's great, but he keeps you in games. And each team needs a guy like that that's going to give you your 5-6 innings. Maybe he gives up 2 to 3 runs, but he keeps you in the game. I'm going to tell you to take the under here. I like the way Corbin's pitching. Angels strike out a ton. Rangers bats hitting better as of late, but Eater, he's okay. He's just kind of a middling guy. Got to figure out who he's going to be eventually, but what's he got, like a 4.5 ERA, which is usually right around league average. So, but I'm going to lean towards the under here. Let's go to the Dodgers and Reds, and this pitching matchup was confirmed. We'll see if they change it. Yamamoto versus Chase Burns. We've talked about it. Mizorowski and Burns came up around the same time. Both are flamethrowers. Burns has been good. Mizorowski has been great. But Burns, he might even have a higher upside as far as I'm concerned than Jacob. But this Dodgers team, they are going to show this kid no mercy. It feels like it's 97 degrees out. The wind is out slightly. It's not very much of a help with the wind, but it's really humid. And what have we said about the Red Stadium? Even though it didn't quite show us this weekend because the guys couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. God, did we have so many base runners on Friday. Saturday, pitchers were just dealing and guys were popping up on the infield and hitting the ball into the ground for double plays. So I'm going to tell you take the over here. I think this Reds team, especially with the conditions, can hit Yamamoto. He's been good. He's solid. But I like them at home in the Great American Small Park. And on the flip side, I don't think the Dodgers are going to have any issues with Chase Burns. He'll strike out some. He'll have his moments, but I still think they'll chase him by the 5th inning and get some runs here as well. Now let's go to the next game, which is the Braves and the Royals. This is another one where I had to project the starter. Lugo and Strider pitched on Wednesday of last week, which usually means they would pitch today. Even with the off day. The Braves' rotation's banged up, so I really believe it's going to be Spencer Strider. And Lugo was in that, my perfect play. He was in that game against the Cubs in Wrigley where I said this game's going over. Pasquantino hit 2 bombs. Lugo actually pitched well in that game. But I'm going to tell you to take the over here. When you're looking at the matchup, and I will correct it if the matchup changes in the morning, but Braves and Royals, it feels like it's 100 degrees there. And there's this heat wave going on across the middle of the U.S. You're seeing it hit in Kansas City and St. Louis, and some of the other places are catching some strays there as well where the heat picks up. But those were the two that really stand out. And wind is out at about 5 to 6 miles an hour. Again, no great help, but still a bump. I would lean towards the over here. Even with Strider pitching, he hasn't looked like the Spencer Strider of old, so I'm not necessarily afraid of attacking him. Even with this Royals lineup that hasn't been swinging all that great, they are at home. The hitting situation's good, so I'm going to take the over there. There were no situations today of worried about postponements or 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing in or out, so I didn't write anything down there. But this is the final play. Marlins at the Cardinals. Again, it feels like it's 103 degrees out there. 4-mile-an-hour out are the winds. And again, this is another one I had to this is one that they had it listed. Edward Cabrera versus Andre Palante. If you know about the two guys, Cabrera more of a fly ball pitcher. I think he's got great stuff. Palante more of a pitcher's pitcher where he tries to get some ground balls. He'll put guys on base with the heat there. I think if you can lift one and get it out, this could be one of those games where we see a ton of runs scored. My free play is going to be on the over here. I like the way the Marlins are swinging the bats. Great hitting conditions for the Cardinals all weekend, even though we didn't necessarily see those teams jump out and bang out a bunch of runs. I don't know what happens on Sunday. So we'll get a chance to talk about that tomorrow. But my free play is going to be on the Marlins and Cardinals to go over. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another podcast. Sorry, this one's shorter. It's just pressed for time to get everything out and get this day done. I've been up I think I slept like 4 hours and got up super early this morning and just started hashing out all my prop plays and everything else. Oh, I might as well just run by you what I had for prop plays on Sunday. Here we go. I had Tyler O'Neill over 1.5 bases, something I didn't think I would ever say. That guy sucks ass, but he's on a heater right now. Bobby Witt Jr. over 1.5 bases. I had Joey Cantillo under 4.5 strikeouts. And I also took, who was my other under strikeout? That was Dustin May. But I didn't list him as an official play or anything because he was minus 160. I really feel like he goes under the 4.5 Ks, but I hate paying that juice. So that was the other one that I had thrown out there for a couple. But like all of these guys, Holiday, Diaz, that's Yandy Diaz, Shohei Ohtani, Byron Buxton, Gunnar, Westberg, Tyler O'Neill, Tatis Jr., Vlad, James Wood, Rooker, Raleigh, Moniak, Witt, Seager, all of those guys projected to get over 2 bases. And there was even more. There were 8 guys from the Orioles-Rockies game that were projected. So just an incredible spot on Sunday. But we're focused on Monday. I'll be back in the morning to post what the weather algorithm says. So maybe it'll give a bump to one of these. Or every once in a while, you'll see it go against it. We had that game with the Tigers where the wind was blowing in. And the weather algorithm said take the over. And by God, did that thing shoot over the total. So but again, thanks for watching, guys. I know I'm rambling here and mumbling, but we'll get to it tomorrow. Talk a little bit about some more podcasts that are coming up. Remember, I got my surgery next Monday, so my final podcast for a little bit, mine will be, I don't know if somebody's filling in just yet. We're working that out. Will be the one I post on that Monday morning of my surgery because it'll be my recording from Sunday. If I get up early enough, I might post one on Monday for Tuesday as a final goodbye. But you guys, if you click the notification button, you'll know that. But I'll be back midway through August and getting ready for football, and I'll still be posting plays over at pickdawgz.com. Thanks, guys.